Hello there, fellow bushcrafters. Today I'm out here not too far from London, so apologies for the sound of the cars. I'm out here for a day hike. I thought I'd stop to do a little bit of whittling, get to grips with a knife I recently purchased on Black Friday. Hopefully sometime next year I'll put out a review of this. So I was reminded that it is vital to carry a decent first aid kit, and I recently picked up one that is aimed at folks like you and I. So I thought, why not? Let's take a closer look at it. So this is the first aid kit. It is made by Kombat UK. That's Kombat with a K, not a C. I got it in British terrain pattern. I have seen this since purchasing it available online in olive green. It's available in a variety of patterns and colours. I purchased this for £10 from a market in the middle of Norwich. A very nice town. I would recommend visiting if you get a chance. Before looking at the insides, let's first take a look at the pouch. You can see here that it is branded Kombat Tactical. The tag here is a bit wonky and you might be able to make out a loose thread there. The stitching is also quite visible. The zipper is not YKK. So overall, you can tell that this is a very middle of the road quality pouch. There are two things I don't particularly like about this pouch. At the front here, the print that says first aid pack I think is quite faint. It's not very clear against the British terrain pattern. If I got injured or somebody else got injured and someone other than me went to get this from my bag, or even if this was attached to the outside of my bag, they might not be able to make out that it is a first aid kit, especially if they're panicking. It's not that clear, so I think that's a bit of a disadvantage. The second thing I don't particularly like about this pouch are the attachment points. I much prefer packs that are M.O.L.E compatible, that come with straps that have press studs like the kind on my cuff here. That being said, I'm sure I can find a way to utilize these two elastic straps and this fabric strap here in the middle. I'm sure I can find some way of attaching it to my bag. It also has a loop at the top here and a plastic hook. I will be replacing that plastic hook with a carabiner. Hopefully the insides are decent. Otherwise I'm going to be a bit disappointed that I paid £10 for this. But still, it's not too bad. It's usable. Okay, so let's take a look inside. It's nice to see that everything is in a Ziploc plastic bag. So there is some element of waterproofing. The first item I can see is 4 pairs of gloves. I do not believe that these are the nitrile ones, the very fancy ones that nobody is allergic to. I think these are just generic plastic gloves. I think I've seen that brand around. So hopefully this gear is somewhat decent. It's at least branded. It's not generic first aid gear. The second item I've pulled out here is a sling to put your arm in, or as they call it, a triangular bandage. Apologies if you can hear my voice breaking a bit. It's getting quite cold. The sun is setting. These are sterile cleansing wipes. I'm glad to see that they are slightly larger. I have seen in some pocket-size first aid kits very, very, very small cleansing wipes. These look like they would fold out to perhaps 15 by 20 centimeters, something like that probably. So a decent usable size of antiseptic wipes. There's 2 of those. There's a large sterile dressing. Very useful. In a small Ziploc bag we have 1, 2, 3, 4 large clothes pins. Is that what you call them? I'm not sure what these are called. And there are also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think, smaller pins. We also have a general guide. I've seen these before in other first aid kits. This has the mark of the Prince of Wales. So it would seem that they are trying to aim this kit at scouts and young people interested in the outdoors. And we also have a selection of bandages. Again, it's quite cold. I'm struggling with my fingers here. Oof. Okay, we don't have a selection of bandages. They are all the same size. This is a very decent usable size. However, in an outdoor environment, I have definitely stabbed myself a couple of times, made a few small cuts. So I would have appreciated some half-size plasters as well. There are quite a lot though, so quite a generous amount of plasters. However, all one size. So a quick run through. We have plasters, some gloves, these pins, cleansing wipes, a basic first aid guide, a large sterile dressing, and a triangular bandage. There's nothing else inside. It's getting colder by the minute, so I'll try to make this conclusion quick. Unfortunately, I don't feel I can recommend this product. At £10, I don't feel that it represents the good value that I've seen elsewhere. For example, first aid kits available in Decathlon have far greater and better thought out content. The main appeal of this kit is the pouch. It stands out from other kits that are generally bright red. This would certainly look nicer attached to the outside of a pack intended for wilderness camping or bushcrafting. Although it would cost more, I would recommend as a solution a generic pouch, M.O.L.E compatible. They are available for less than £10 off eBay and Amazon in this kind of size. If you get one of those, you can stuff a better first aid kit inside. The contents that I feel are missing from this pack are gauze pads, medical tape to attach those gauze pads, a wider selection of plasters, scissors or something to cut bandage with, a smaller size of bandage, and tweezers. I think tweezers are essential in a kit aimed at outdoorsy people for removing thorns, splinters, and certain biting insects. Please comment down below if you can think of anything else that you feel is missing from this kit. I really need to get out of the cold, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, consider subscribing. Until next time, keep enjoying nature.